Hello everyone and welcome to our channel.
It seems like visitors to Las Vegas are always on the hunt for good Italian food. We get it, it's timeless, it's comforting, and who doesn't love a big bowl of pasta? So in today's video, we're here at the MGM Grand Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, where we'll be taking you to dinner with us at Luchini Italian Restaurant.
Brought to the Strip by the Tao Group, known for their restaurants, day clubs, and nightclubs located in cities all over the world, Luchini claims to offer a refreshing take on a classic Italian-American restaurant inspired by the flavors of New York.
Luchini's menu highlights handmade pasta, pizzas, salads, and timeless dishes served in a welcoming and lively space, meant to feel like it was magically transported straight out of Brooklyn.
But the real question is, will it hold up to my high standards when it comes to Italian-American cuisine, or is it simply about as Italian as Olive Garden? That's exactly what we're here to find out.
As always, we'll provide you with our honest thoughts and opinions on each and every course, and let you know whether or not we think that Luchini is worth your time and money on your next Las Vegas vacation.
And make sure to stick around until the end of the video, where we'll take you inside Luchini's hidden speakeasy for a round of cocktails at Chez Bippy.
All that and so much more on today's episode of James and Paul Try It All. Now, before we start, we want to let you know that we were not compensated by Luchini or Tao Group to make this video, and all opinions are our own and reflect our experience at the time of dining. Your experience may differ and taste is subjective, so we do encourage you to form your own opinions based on not just this video, but the many reviews out there.
Alrighty, everyone, we've been seated here at Luchini, and we've got our cocktails and our appetizers. Now, I've gone with the Prima Donna. However, we're gonna save my review of this drink until later in the video when we show you our experience at Chez Bippy that we had right before dinner. So I will say for now, cheers. It's a fabulous cocktail. I highly recommend it. Stay tuned to the end of the video where we show you Chez Bippy, including the review of this drink.
So for my cocktail, I decided to start us off with the Sicilian Heat Wave. I also had this at Chez Bippy as well, so you will have to stay tuned to the end of the video to see the review. But I will definitely tell you, it is delightful. Now, we have ordered some appetizers and a salad, so let's just get to it.
Alrighty, everyone, we've got their house-made focaccia bread here. It looks beautiful. Look at that. That looks like some good focaccia bread, nice and airy and soft. We'll reach over and grab the marinara. I think what we're gonna do, just take the whole piece there, dunk it. Marinara is actually quite good in my opinion. It's everything I like in a marinara sauce. There's a very subtle sweetness, but it's very basil forward. The bread itself is super airy, soft, crisp, crunchy on the outside. Good flavor. Let's try it without the sauce though, so that way I can get the unadulterated, I guess is the word, maybe. That's good focaccia. There's a hint of salt to it, good olive oil taste to it. That's yummy. That's really yummy. I'm glad we went with that.
So let's give this a bite. I love the basil leaf on top. This is better than I expected.
Isn't it good?
It's a different texture than I'm used to, but I'm not mad at this at all. It's crisp. It's got the Parmesan on top. I got a little bit of salt flakes.
If I'm being honest, this actually kind of reminds me of focaccia that my grandmother used to make.
I love how soft this is when I pull it apart. Let's take a little dip in the sauce. The focaccia is great. I'm not quite thrilled with the sauce. It's a little light for me. It doesn't have that punch that I'm looking for.
I thought it was actually quite good.
I mean, and that's the beauty of this, is that everyone has a different opinion. Taste is always subjective, and that's why we always mention that in a video. I'm not wowed by the sauce, but I am wowed by the focaccia. So if you do come here to Luchini, I would definitely say this is a great thing. This is a great way to start your meal. Now we're gonna move on to the meatballs that we ordered.
Now, I love a good meatball. Comes in an order of 3. I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a piece of it real quick. What the heck, I'll just take the whole meatball, whatever. Woo, a little bit of, I think it's house-made ricotta. Let's give this a tasty taste. It might be different sauce, I can't tell. Maybe it's the ricotta. The meatball though is really good. Will I say they're as good as Oscar's meatballs? Absolutely not. Oscar's Steakhouse has the best meatballs I've had in Vegas, but these are really good. There's decent emulsification on them too. There's definitely a good blend of flavor. Very, very, very meaty. Good, strong, savory umami flavor to it. Yeah, they're very reminiscent of, in my mind, homemade meatballs. Maybe not necessarily, you know, high-end meatballs, but something that you would find from an Italian grandma, and I'm okay with that. Yeah.
My turn to try these meatballs. Let's dig in. Grab a little bit of that ricotta. Let's go ahead and give it a bite. I'm loving the house-made ricotta.
Yeah.
The house-made ricotta is delicious. As James said, these are not knock your socks off meatballs like at Oscars, but these are definitely delicious. They're binded perfectly. I think the sauce is a little bit lighter than the sauce I have with the focaccia. I think they're well balanced.
There's a good salt level to it. That's, I think, the key, especially with red meat of any type. There needs to be that, you know, a good amount of salt, and I think they've really hit it right on the head without making it a salt bomb.
These are the perfect way to start off a meal.
It's time for salad. Now we went with their classic Caesar salad because frankly, I love a Caesar salad, and we were told that this is a very popular menu item. So let's give it a taste. We all know what Caesar salad is. It's very crisp, good, you know, fresh romaine. There's a good lemon flavor to that Caesar dressing. I do wish that the actual dressing had a little bit of a stronger anchovy flavor. I actually think it's kind of mild on this, but let me try another bite just to be on the safe side. It's not the best Caesar salad I've had. It's not bad. I still eat it. I'm gonna enjoy it. But the dressing itself, I think, is actually lacking a little bit of flavor. I need it to be more pungent. I need it to be more briny, fishy. The strongest flavor in the dressing I'm getting is lemon. Not super angry at it. Like, it's fine, but it's unremarkable. It's probably the way to put it.
Obviously, I want to give it its own shot here. Let's give it a bite. It's not really different from most Caesar salads that I've had.
Right.
And I have to be 100% honest that at the markup that we're probably paying for it, I don't really know if it's really worth the value.
It's fine if you want a salad.
Exactly. It's a salad option. It's a way to start our meal. I don't know if I would completely recommend it though. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna finish up the salad, and we'll be back to you once our pasta and entrees comes out. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our main coursers after this brief message.
Hi there, everyone. I really hope that you're enjoying today's video. If you are, please take a moment to hit that like button, as well as subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, why not hit that little bell icon for notifications whenever a new episode of James and Paul Try It All is released every single Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. These small actions may not seem like much to you, but really they help our channel out immeasurably. YouTube will push our videos out to more viewers just like you and help us be seen as well as grow. Thank you guys so much for your time. We really appreciate it. And make sure to tune in every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for more videos from Las Vegas, theme parks, cruising, and beyond. Alrighty, everyone. Our entrees have arrived. Now, we've gone with 2 entrees here, of course. The linguine with clams and the chicken parmesan. I'm going to start with linguine with clams. It's one of my favorite pasta dishes. I'm very excited. It's been a while. Nice, abundant amount of clams here. We'll give it a nice big twirl. Since I don't have a spoon, I'm just gonna, there we go. All right. Pasta's perfectly al dente. Great garlic flavor to it. Mild clam flavor to it. I wish it was a little bit stronger, but let's go ahead and try the actual clam here though. Lots of garlic and parsley and butter. A little bit of crunchy breadcrumbs on top. The clams are lovely. All in all, it's a pretty solid linguine clams. I don't think it's the best I've ever had. Actually, I know it's not the best. I've made better. Paul's made better. But you know what? For an Italian restaurant here at MGM Grand in Las Vegas, I'm not going to complain.
All right, let's get some linguine here. Now, the server did mention that the pasta is done in-house. I mean, if you are charging these prices, it does need to be done in-house. Let's grab a clam here.
Maybe it's not Barilla?
No, it's not Barilla. I mean, that's what we do on Tuesdays.
That's our quick, easy pasta night.
I mean, that really is, because like when we're here editing these videos and doing our stuff, pasta is just easy to make. So we'll just grab some pasta from the grocery store,
And I don't feel like making fresh pasta after a day of work.
Oh, no. I mean, we have a pasta maker, but I'm not going to do it at home every Tuesday night. That's just too much of work.
He says we have a pasta maker, but the pasta maker's James. I'm the one who always makes the pasta.
The secret 00 flour. When you do that linguine with clams and you're mixing the actual clams in with the pasta, I think this is delightful.
My turn to dig into chicken parm. Now, while chicken parm has never been my go-to in an Italian restaurant, it is often what I will judge an Italian restaurant on. So that's why we chose to order this. The reason being is it's such a quintessential thing for Italian-American restaurants. Let's see. Oh, you're right. That is nice and crispy. The crunch on that. That's good. All in all, though, it's not mind-blowing. I've had better. I've had much worse. I think for the price, it's very reasonable. You get a good portion. If chicken parm is something that you really enjoyed, it's good.
Would you say, though, that you like the linguine with clams over the chicken parm?
Yes, absolutely. Chicken's very tender, very juicy, and it's got a really great chickeny flavor to it. So they're using a good quality product here. But I feel like it takes a lot to wow me with marinara sauce anything nowadays. Again, if this is something that you really enjoy. If you really enjoy this type of dish, I'd say it's worth checking out. It's an above average chicken parm. It's just not the gold standard here. Let's see what Paul thinks about the chicken parm.
I'm gonna try this chicken parm. Well, let's go ahead and get a little cut. Okay, it cuts beautifully.
It looks very tender.
It does look tender. Let's cut and give it a bite. There definitely is some flavor to that chicken. Already a great sign. Parmesan on top, perfect. I did not get much of the sauce though, so let's go ahead and take another bite with the sauce. Here we go. The chicken parm itself is great. Marinara, just okay in my opinion. I will definitely say though, that overall everything works together. It also just doesn't wow me completely, but it's still a good option. Breading is perfectly crisp. I'm not mad at this at all. For Italian-American food here at MGM Grand, it does pass the vibe check.
We're gonna finish up our entrees and then we'll be back with some dessert very shortly. Alrighty, friends, it is time for dessert. Now we've got the vanilla panna cotta. This is gonna have a mixed berry marmalade as well as a oat crumble and fresh berries here on top. I'm just gonna shut up and go in for a bite. We chose this because it looks light, refreshing, and we're really full, so we didn't want anything super heavy. Good hit of vanilla on that. I'm the firm belief that you can never have too much vanilla, whether it be vanilla extract, vanilla paste, vanilla bean. And there's a good hit to that. The crumble is crunchy. And I want to get a little bit of the marmalade down here, the bomb. That is tart, but sweet at the same time. Really yummy.
Now, I have to be the first to admit that I don't have much experience with a panna cotta, but I do know that it is on the lighter side. And out of the different dessert options, we always showcase tiramisu, so let's go with something different. Let's give this a taste. I love the crunch, the vanilla flavor. The fruit is perfect. It's not overtly sweet. So this is probably the best way to finish off a meal. I'm not mad at this at all. Now let's go ahead and take a moment to look at past James and Paul as we have some cocktails at Chez Bippy, which is the speakeasy attached to Luchini.
Now, Chez Bippy is a separate speakeasy attached to Luchini. We do want to thank our friends Glenn and Kelly for just being awesome and helping us to secure this reservation.
Alrighty, friends. Now we are here inside Chez Bippy, the secret speakeasy at Luchini, and we've got some delicious cocktails to share. I'm starting off with the New York Minute. Now this is gonna be bullet rye whiskey, hazelnut, Cynar, demerara, espresso, and cocoa bitters.
That sounds delightful.
It definitely does. That's exactly why I ordered it. I do love a good rye cocktail, and I don't drink them as often as I probably would like to, so
How is it?
fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The cocoa actually is very pronounced there. The rye is good. I do love Bullet. Bullet is probably my go-to rye, so I'm glad that was the one that they went with. But yeah, I would absolutely recommend this if you like a kind of stronger, more robust whiskey drink, especially with that little bit of chocolatey and espresso notes there. Really fantastic. It's giving me life right now. What are you drinking?
I decided to go with the Rosina. Now the Rosina is going to be Tito's handmade vodka, Fiorentine elderflower liqueur, lychee nectar, lime, raspberry, and egg white.
You and lychee and elderflower, and those are your flavors.
I like a good fruity drink. I like something herbal. Let's give this a sip.
I'm not a lychee guy. Too much like tasting perfume.
You know, this cocktail is really well balanced. I'm loving the egg white on top, the foam. It adds an extra element.
All right, let's trade.
Tradesies.
I know you don't like rye.
No, see, I'm not huge on rye.
Well, I'm not a huge on lychee, so cheers.
Cheers.
That's better than I thought.
You know, I'm getting more of almost like a chocolatey flavor. I'm not getting the sharpness from rye.
This is better than I thought. The lychee's not overpowering. That's one of those things that a little bit goes a very long way, kind of like rose. You go from nice little floral aspect to perfume in the blink of an eye.
This reminds me of just having just a little alcoholic cup of coffee.
I think it's adorable.
Cheers.
All right, cheers. So since I think there is a 2-drink minimum, we will be back with more cocktails momentarily. Alrighty guys, it's time for round 2. So I've gone with the Prima Donna. The Prima Donna is gonna be Grey Goose vodka, limoncello, lemon, strawberry, and fresh basil, all of which are flavors that I adore. I'm very excited about this. I love basil in a cocktail. So let's give it a sippy. A little sugar rim, I think.
That's delightful.
Oh my Lanta, that is wonderful. The basil is subtle, but it's there and it works so well with the strawberry. I love strawberry and basil together. Beyond that, the lemon is, adds a nice bit of tartness. This is really, really fresh. And in fact, I don't really even taste the vodka. It's just very fruity, I would say it's almost like springtime in a glass. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Kind of reminds me of salads that I've eaten. So I would say this is a really great drink and I am happy I chose it.
You're giving me a little bit of envy there. However, if you watch the channel and you know anything about how I like drinks, I went with the Sicilian Heatwave. The Sicilian Heatwave is going to be comprised of Herradura Silver Tequila, Salerno Liqueur, lime, chili-infused blood orange nectar.
You're all about the chili.
I am all about the chili-infused drinks. These are so delicious. This kind of hit me a little bit different than I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more of a chili flavor. I'm not really getting that from it. Oh, the chili's on the edge of the rim.
Give it a good lick.
Okay, there's the chili. So it's not actually in the cocktail itself.
I think it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be chili infused like blood or...
Yeah, it's a chili infused blood orange.
Yeah, blood orange nectar. Let me try.
Yeah, give it a sip. I actually do love the flavor. It's cool and refreshing.
Try this though. Definitely chili on the side there, or tahini or something. I'm getting a little chili, but it's very subtle.
Yours is almost like, it's like a garden in a glass.
I know, it's so good. This is good. I'm getting the blood orange first and foremost, and then the tequila, and a tiny bit of chili on the back end.
Yeah, see, I think for me, I'm used to like spicy cocktails.
Yeah, it's not a spicy
It's not a spicy cocktail at all.
It's good.
It's got a citrus note from the blood orange. This is a well-crafted cocktail.
I mean, everything we've had here so far has been really, really good.
And these are delicious cocktails. To that I say cheers.
Cheers. All right, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that look at Chez Bippy as much as we enjoyed those delightful cocktails before our dinner. Now, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a moment with our final thoughts.
Later that night.
All right, friends, we're back up in the room, and I think we're ready to give you our final thoughts on Luchini here at MGM Grand. I think I speak for both of us when I say it was fine. I don't think it's anywhere close to the best Italian you're going to find on the Las Vegas Strip or in Las Vegas in general. But if you're here at MGM Grand and you're craving Italian, that sounds good to you, it's an acceptable option. It's better than Olive Garden. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I will definitely give it that. It is better than Olive Garden.
The focaccia was wonderful. The meatballs were good. The linguine with clams was good.
I did love the linguine with clams.
It's not carbone. It's definitely not Mother Wolf. But again, it is fine. I don't want to say it's expensive, but it's also not cheap. Everything you saw came to just about $200. I don't think I'm in any rush to ever go back. I would go back to Chez Bippy in a heartbeat and just go for cocktails. Again, only you can decide what's right for you. If you think that this is going to be up your alley, please check them out. Give them a chance. Form your own opinion. But I also will say, go in with the mindset that you might also find it unremarkable. Folks, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure and hit that like button. It really helps us out. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Really, we can't keep doing this without support from viewers like you. So subscribing to the channel really helps us out. And if you never want to miss a weekly video, be sure and ring that little bell icon as well, because you'll get notifications every time that we drop a new episode every single Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
I do want to thank you so much for all of your support to the channel. It really means the world to us. Thank you so much for just being awesome.
Yeah, we love you. We appreciate you. And until next Saturday, we'll see you then, guys. Bye. Let's see how this coffee tastes. Actually, does probably need a little bit more sugar for my taste. I like my coffee a little sweet. I like my coffee like I like my men, weak and white. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, because my husband's Mexican. I actually seem to have a thing for Mexican guys. It just seems to be a pattern.